Alright, y'all, what is up? It's been a while since last video. Before I start this video, wanted to say that I'm going to start doing a lot more stuff on Periscope. So please check us out on Periscope under the FBA Life or FBA Paul. I signed up under FBA Paul, but I think it's now changed to the FBA Life. So check us out. If you don't know what Periscope is, it's an app that lets you do live streams, and you guys can interact with me or us if my wife decides to join in. Talk about book selling, media selling, whatever, just reselling in general. So check that out, and like I said, search for the FBA Life, and I'm gonna do a lot more stuff. It's just a lot quicker to do it that way rather than do YouTube. But I did want to show you guys the mega super score that we had at a bag sale the other day. Probably the best score we've ever had. So let's get into it. Here it is. I'm going to start out by saying we spent... a little story behind this. We'd get a lot of our inventory at book sales because they not only do they have books, but they have a lot of CDs, DVDs, different things like that. We went the first day, and this sale, the first day we usually try to get, the higher price books, because you're usually in the first day going to spend, quite a bit more on books. A lot of times, depending on the sale, sometimes if it's a bigger sale, this was advertised as 50,000 items. So long story short, we went the first day, got some stuff, talked to some of the people running the sale, which I'd encourage everyone to do. They knew they were dealers. They said come back on Thursday, which was 2 days later, and it was going to be half price day. But they also said that there was going to be a bag sale at some point. So my wife and I went back on Thursday, and we actually got there. They said the bag sale would be about 2 or 3. We actually got there at like 12, just in case, since they didn't advertise it, they started it earlier. Well, them not advertising it really helped us, because once it came around to the bag sale, there was no other dealers there. So we absolutely went nuts and grabbed all the CDs, most of the CDs. There was a few people that got some, but we got 90% of the CDs that were left, and 90% of the DVDs that were left, and a ton of books. So what also helped was they had a lot of specially priced books and CDs. As you can see on some of these CDs, they wanted, $3, $5, which most dealers and just casual shoppers don't want to pay that much. There's 3. Some of the books inside were priced $3, $4, or $5. So that really helped us, because when bag day came around, or the time for the bag sale, everything was included. So we ended up spending $145, filled our SUV, packed it, busted our butts for 2 hours. It actually could have gotten more stuff. We could have got a lot more books, but we ran out of room, and the sale was over. So, but the grand total was we spent $145. We didn't even put everything in bags. She actually gave us a really good deal because we bought so much. If we would put everything in bags, it probably would have been, quite a bit more. Maybe $200, which still would have been a great deal. But anyway, the grand total was, this rough guess, I might be off by a few here or there, but we scored 356 books, which is right over there. They're in like 3 totes and a couple boxes and a pile on the floor. There's some really really good books in there. We did find a $100 book that's actually under a million rank, so not bad. And there was a lot of $20, $30 books, and the bread and butter $8 to $12 books. Ton of those, but a lot of really good books there. We got 172 DVDs. We're not approved to sell DVDs over $25, but we are going to sell some. There are some that we can. That's the ones we pulled out that we can. Then there's different ones I'm going to try to sell on Facebook or Craigslist. There's like some kids ones. There's a whole stack of workout ones. And then here's just miscellaneous DVDs in that box under there. And right there. Some really good ones that I'm going to sell locally. And then the big score was we got over 1,400 CDs. 1 tote, 2 tote, 3 totes, and at least another tote full right there. 1,400 DVDs. Actually, there's more. Those are the duds that we're considering duds. So it's roughly 400 were duds and 1,000 were what we could sell on Amazon. These we will sell locally. So more than likely between this, the duds and this, the DVDs, and we also got these, which really sucks that we can't sell art approved DVDs. If you look these up, they had these priced at $20. We got these for, that's right. Everything came out to, if you break it down, it came out to less than 10 cents a piece, about 8 cents a piece for everything. But this we would have got for about 8 cents. They were priced at 20 there. And these sell on Amazon for, we have 4 of these. They sell on Amazon for like $80, $90. But we are not approved, so nothing we can do about that. But I am going to sell them to another reseller that is approved. Sorry if I'm talking a little fast. I'm trying to get this. I don't have a lot of memory left on the camera. But this is just an absolute mega score. And guys, I can't say it enough. You know, if you go out and do the work and work hard, stuff does come to you. You know, a week or two ago, we were sitting around and didn't have a whole lot of inventory because we had sent most of it in and it was really dry and not many book sales. But this just shows you what you can do. You know, I'm going to say that out of the 1,000 good CDs, you know, there's some that will sell for $5, $6. That'll be about the lowest we'll go. But there's a couple that were 50. There were some 30, 40. I would say the average is at least $10, maybe 12. So, I mean, do the math. You're talking about, you know, $5,000 to $6,000. Obviously, it's going to be over time, but $5,000 to $6,000 at least there. Well, that would be profit. That would actually be $10,000 to $12,000 gross. And then the books are easily another probably $1,000 or $2,000 probably, and then the DVDs another few hundred. So super score. I mean, gross payout once all said and done, you know, 15,000 maybe. No lie. There was a lot of this was a collection of classical CDs that somebody had donated to the library, and I mean, there's just tons of really good ones, really good ranks. So just wanted to show you this. I hope everybody's getting stuff, just killing it out there. Working for yourself is so great, and you know, we're just so thankful. So like I said, follow us on Periscope, the FBA Life on Periscope. I'm gonna definitely be doing more stuff on there. Maybe even some live stuff in the Goodwill outlet and different things, which we have done already. But yeah, so I hope everyone's doing well, and remember to go get it because it's not going to come to you.